Oh, yeah?
Yep. Still hungover from yesterday.
Ant is hungover. Well, I'd like to start in honor of your hangover
Okay.
with the fact that my favorite scotch of all time.
Yeah.
This is Lagavulin 16. Take a look. Lagavulin 16. What's my favorite?
Wait.
What?
Because you know how we're gonna cut into our logo and the sound, so we need like a sound bite first.
You know, I already have it.
Okay, so just get to the sound point because it's gonna be a long intro. You know. You know what I'm saying?
You're missing the point.
Okay.
I've already recorded. No, I'm not starting over.
Oh, okay.
I'm not starting over.
All right.
I got the soundbite already.
You got the sound bite? What was the sound bite?
You're gonna find out after I edit it.
In the name of your hangover.
Let me talk about my booze. All right. This was my favorite forever. It was like $70 a bottle. Not cheap, but I have like a thing. I won't spend over $100 on a bottle unless it's like for someone else.
Why?
It's just a thing I have. I don't know.
Okay.
Then I feel bad about drinking my own stuff because it's so expensive, and I only want to bust it out for special occasions. And then I'm like, well, I'm never drinking it. I don't know. I think you should buy alcohol with the intention of consuming it and enjoying it rather than saving it.
But what if you get a bottle of Pappy's? What is it, right? Pappy's?
Pappy.
Yeah,
Pappy Van Winkle?
Yes. You telling me you're going to be drinking that bottle? Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Do you know who told me? Mario Andretti.
How do you know him?
Magda and I did an interview with him, video actually.
Okay.
Bunch of years ago for a watch company. They were re-releasing the watch he wore when he won the Indy 500. Mm-hmm. So we went to his house.
Oh, wow.
Did this whole big interview with him, and he took us into his wine cellar, which is not a cellar. It was the size of the studio. And he's like, what do you guys like to drink? He's like this tall. He's like, what do you guys like to drink? We're like, Big Reds, Cabs, Shiraz. And so he just starts giving us bottles, like from the Andretti stuff. And we're like, okay, we're going to save this. And he puts his hand on my shoulder and goes, no, you don't save wine. You drink this. Go home and drink this.
I need to be friends with him.
We're like, done. Yeah. But anyway, when COVID hit, this went up to like $130.
Oh, wow.
It was like in the case in the liquor store, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck. Like,
I kind of want to try it now.
Oh, yeah, you haven't had it yet.
Let's do a little cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, bro. Let's see how this is like. Oh, my God. Oh.
You don't know about the peat?
This shit is strong.
You don't know about the peat? It's smoky.
Oh, man.
But
wait, do we want to talk about Benito Bowl?
We should talk about Benito Bowl. Give me your honest...
honestly,
go ahead.
I don't know. I feel like it was okay. Don't get me wrong. I love my Latinos.
I know you do. But
I mean, I feel like the Super Bowl was for them. You know what I mean? It wasn't for us because, first of all, I don't speak Spanish, so I had no idea what. And it's funny. I came across this video on TikTok of this guy translating all of like Bad Bunny's songs into English. And some of the shit Bad Bunny be saying, I'm like,
I know.
Like, well, how is this like mainstream?
Well, also like he's speaking in a dialect as well. Right. So like people who do speak Spanish apparently are like, I still don't know what he's saying. But
like, one of his most famous songs talks about how much he fucks girls and like he has so many girlfriends and this.
I love those Latinos, man.
They definitely played that at the Super Bowl.
No, I think for me it was like I've been listening to his music for like a couple weeks now because I'm like I want to because he won album of the year and all that stuff. I'm like I gotta check this out. And listen, I fuck with some Latin music. Yeah. As a drummer, like, and I don't listen to lyrics in songs anyway. Exactly. Shocker. So I'm like, I'm getting down to it, right?
Who do you think was your like favorite Super Bowl performance of all time?
Prince.
I mean, that was a legendary one.
Can't top Prince. I mean, Rihanna. Loved Rihanna.
Right.
Rihanna is how she says
Rihanna. Oh, okay.
That's how she says her own name, but
I didn't know that.
No, both of those are my top two. Okay. Bruno Mars up there too.
Okay. I mean, Bruno Mars was good. Wait, why was Lady Gaga there? It made no sense to me.
So the song she sang was
she sang a Bruno Mars song.
Well, no, her and Bruno duet that song.
Oh, they do?
I was surprised Bruno Mars wasn't there because he's Latino, right?
I think he's Filipino.
You might be right.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Don't cancel me. I'm sorry. But I feel like as a whole, like I really like his music, and I thought it was a great halftime show. Yeah. I think the overall sort of message of it, sending a message. Yeah, I thought that was huge. Sure. That was very really symbolic. Cool.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome, and just the fact that they had an artist come on
Yeah.
at the, American pastime
Yeah.
Super Bowl singing all in Spanish to show that like how diverse we are as a country. Like that made me feel good.
And honestly, bro, I also really enjoyed the cinematography.
I was going to say that the
Like,
camera
the
stuff.
the cameraman, whoever hired that cameraman, he was on point.
Well, it was like, I think so. There were 2 guys with steady cams.
Okay.
And then there were a couple stationary cameras. Like, he was climbing the telephone
that was
pole and he
cool.
looked up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like, that was like, because he had to get all those cues too. He had to know where all the cameras were.
Right.
It was impressive technically.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm just like, how do you get that type of job? Like, who do you got to know? Who do you got to massage?
I want to know how you get the job of being one of the plants. Did you notice that?
they were all people.
They
in
were
there.
all people because when he would move, they would have to rearrange.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought they were gonna like dance or something while he did it. No, they were just there so they could move. I'm like, who thought of that? Like, okay, how are we gonna do this? Like, why don't we just put people in there?
Yeah, I thought also it was impressive at the end when he like shouted out. He was like Chile, Honduras,
All
El
of the
Salvador,
all the
Latin American
countries. Yeah,
that was dope.
it was cool.
Yeah.
As far as the music goes, like I loved it.
Yeah.
Do I think it was the best ever? No, but I dug it.
But I wonder if you asked a Puerto Rican and asked them if this was the best, they probably would say yes.
I more so just really enjoyed how mad it made everyone who's mad.
Everyone else. Wait, there was the whole turning point. There was like a halftime show with Kid Rock. What the fuck was that? Like,
Dude.
what? And apparently he was like lip singing the whole time, and like his music was off, and it was a mess. Like,
If you can't tell, we're pretty much fuck MAGA here. So like, sorry if we've lost fans, but didn't want you anyway.
Make sure you say MAGA, not Magda, right?
Yeah. Shocker. That's you got to enunciate. But yeah, I mean, and you had a Super Bowl party in your place.
Yeah, man.
that I did not attend.
I know, it bailed on me last minute.
Sorry, man.
Horrible. Now you owe me 7 housewarming gifts. Before it was just 1.
You
but
did
now
buy
it's
me
7.
a very nice bottle of scotch for our holiday party, so I think I owe you.
I'm waiting for mine. With that being said, though, so obviously you and I can yap all day, but
Yes,
we are actually very excited to have another guest.
I am really excited to have this guest, mostly because of we met briefly.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious to talk to her because of what she does, because we've mentioned this particular profession a couple times, and I'll be honest with you, I've never actually like had a conversation with someone who does this, and there are things I want to know.
Yeah. So I guess without further ado, let's introduce our guest. Her name is San from VividMoments with San.
And she is a content creator.
Hey, San.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank
How you
for
doing?
coming.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
I am. I said it in the intro, but like, I have so many questions for you
Okay.
because I feel like the whole idea of content creation, as far as the wedding world goes, is fairly new. I mean, when did you start?
I started in August of 2023. So that was about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of when the first time I like heard of content creation and what it was and what it's grown into. Maybe like it had to be
Not that long
it was
ago.
post
Within the last 5 years.
It was definitely post COVID.
Yeah.
Maybe 20.
And
Yeah,
it's
21.
cool. Like, San, actually, I mean, if you want to tell us a little bit about your background, because
Yeah.
it's cool how we met and then how you transitioned into it.
Yeah. So Aunt actually shot my wedding in March of 2023.
Nice.
And I really enjoyed the wedding planning process. And for my own wedding, I actually wanted to hire a content creator, but the closest person I could find was in New York. So, I didn't want to pay for like the travel fees and overnight stay and whatnot like that.
And this was 2023.
This was 2023.
Okay, wow, okay.
Yeah.
crazy.
So I just ended up getting my wedding party to record a bunch of things on their phones. But after my wedding, I kind of missed the wedding part of it. And I'm like, okay, like if I'm looking for a content creator, like there's got to be other people looking for a content creator as well.
Yeah.
So I just did it. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. If I fail, okay. But at least I'm going to try and see where it goes. So yeah, I just picked up my phone and started recording.
So that's one of the big questions I have. Like, what does your process look like? Are you showing up? Are you using your personal phone? Do you have a separate phone to record on? And then in addition to that, sort of like, what are your deliverables? So are you making full reels for people? Are you just giving them clips? And then Yeah, tell us about that a little bit.
Simon's just going straight into
Yeah.
it.
I told you I had questions.
He just skipped it, went straight
I mean,
through.
that's a good question because a lot of people don't know what content creation is, right?
Yeah,
So for me, I use my own personal phone. I know some content creators have their own, separate business phone. I like to keep it on one phone just so that if I strike inspiration on like what to edit, then I can just take out my phone and edit something right away.
Yeah.
So what the deliverables look like is that it's anywhere from like 400 to like over 1,000 files that includes both photos and short video clips.
Nice.
So you'll get a Dropbox folder the day after your wedding from me that those clips can range anywhere from like a couple of seconds to a couple minutes long.
Okay.
It just depends on how long the moment is lasting.
Got it. And are you doing any of the editing of this, or is it sort of like these are the people who just like want the clips and they're gonna cut it up or something like that?
So yeah. So my base package includes the raw footage unedited, but if they want the edits, then they can pay for those edits, and I would edit them.
That's awesome.
And what are some things that like you typically will capture on a wedding day through content creation? Like, how does your like creative process work? I'm so curious.
So for me, it's very different from photo and video, right? Because I call myself a fly on the wall.
Hey.
So I'm literally just like observing the bride and the groom interacting with their families and friends. Like I'm barely talking to them, which is kind of weird, right? Because like sometimes they'll be like, "Oh my God, son, you're just so quiet. I don't even notice you there." But I'm just like, well, that means I'm doing my job, right? Because I'm capturing just you. I'm not intruding on anything. Like I'm letting those moments unfold very naturally, very candidly. I'm looking at them like interacting like with their grandma, for example, or like maybe the flower girls are over there like twirling in their dresses. Like I'm like just looking around all the time and capturing.
Don't notice me. Yeah.
Or maybe they're
exactly.
photographers taking shots during the wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I'm
She's like,
standing, I'm standing like behind or like to the side of the photographer, but I'm never posing them.
Okay.
Like unless they're asking me to.
Are you using anything? Are you just using your regular phone and recording just in the regular app? Using any like apps to record? And I only ask this because I was telling Ann about this recently. Is like, I'm like barely taking a real camera with me anywhere anymore. Like I'm doing a lot of video stuff and the stuff that the iPhone can do now. And I have this little attachment you can put like an ND filter and lenses and stuff on, but I wasn't sure if that's something content creators are doing or it's more like people want just the raw, like looking like an iPhone kind of stuff.
Yeah, I use just my iPhone.
Nice.
I'm so jealous.
Just
Right.
I was doing the last wedding I shot at the end of the year. I'm standing there with my camera backpack on because we were moving all around the city. My camera backpack on, 2 cameras on me, and like dragging my lighting bag because we were going to the reception. And the girl who was there doing content creation had a little bag and her phone. I'm like,
Yep. Yep, that's me.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
so wait, what do you think are like? Because obviously, I feel like a lot of people that we've interviewed, it's like mixed feelings about content creators. So like, what do you think? From your experience, is like the biggest misconception that people have of content creators?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest misconception is that they think we're out there to take like a bunch of TikToks, right? Like a bunch of like a trendy
I have
videos.
thought that.
Yeah.
And I only say that because I have worked with content creators that's what they were doing. They were
Exactly,
literally there to make TikToks for the bride.
But honestly, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Right? Like
Yeah.
if the bride wants that for her wedding day, she wants a TikTok trend or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, and I've had that too. But
Yeah.
I would say the majority of my couples want just that candid stuff. They don't want the TikToks. But a lot of people think, oh, I see a content creator on the list.
Yeah.
That means she's going to take out like all of this time, like 30 minutes or to an hour, just, having them jump over like the phone or something like that. But that's not true at all. Yeah.
So like you said, you kind of, you started in like 2023 and we've kind of talked off camera about just how much your business has exploded. So what do you think are some things that have helped you scale your business from like one wedding to like now over 100 weddings a year that you're capturing with your team?
Yeah. I mean, I think my biggest thing was marketing. I feel like used to work in a retail company, and I was on the marketing side of it, so I kind of understood those things a little bit better. And so I just, marketed myself on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, because that's where Gen Z is now, right? And I feel like I just posted every single day. No matter how bad I thought the video was, I just posted it and see where it went. And I feel like that gave me a lot of visibility to other couples, to other vendors, and they're just like, oh, okay, I see San as a content creator.
Right. And I remember you telling me too that competition is good, and it's good to have healthy competition, right? And nowadays there's new content creators literally every week that are popping up. So what would you say, for a couple that wants to hire you versus all these new content creators? Like what do you bring that's so much different than them?
Yeah, I mean, of course, because I started earlier, I bring experience, right? Like, I think a lot of people think, and it's true, the barrier to entry is low for a content creator, right? Like all you do is bring your phone and you start recording, right? But for me, like I have the years of experience, I have the eye, right? Which is hard to have. I'm
Absolutely.
not just...
I would make an emphasis on that. It's like anyone can record with an iPhone, just like anyone can buy, a nice mirrorless camera. But if you don't have an eye, like you're not going to go that far.
Right, exactly.
So have you ever walked into a wedding and the photographer is side-eyeing you, or you've had a bad experience with a photographer and they're just trying to give you shit?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
was it Simon?
Name names.
No, not Simon.
Okay.
I mean, it's not outright disrespect. So I hate you and I don't want you here, right?
Sure.
But it's more things like lacking awareness that I'm there.
That's huge.
Right? I introduce myself to every photographer at the beginning of the wedding, right? And I tell them, hey, I'm here just to capture behind the scenes.
Yeah.
If I'm in your way, just let me know, right? Just communicate with me, right? But after I say that, a lot of photographers still just walk right in front of me. They purposely block my shots. I just feel like there's a lack of awareness of where they're standing, and I don't know if that's because they're not used to working with videographers.
I have a secret for you. It's not lack of awareness.
Is it? Okay.
We have to be super aware of where we're standing. So if you've had someone stand in front of you, you
Yes.
should probably not work with that person anymore.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
They're doing it intentionally for sure.
Which is bullshit, by the way. I know the two of us don't work that way, but it's. I think that I will say, I think some of that may come from those of us who experienced the early days of people coming in and doing content creation. Because I realized as we're talking, this hasn't happened to me in a really long time, but I remember we had more than one wedding where you'd have a content creator who was trying to get footage on their phone. And granted, you can't get that zoomed in with your phone, right? Mm-hmm. And he was recording the ceremony, standing in front of the parents and grandparents. And I had to go up and be like, hey man, so I think I would imagine that people like us and videographers and stuff are having better experiences with content creators because the ones that are doing stuff like that are not going to last.
Absolutely.
Right.
So,
Right.
I feel like thinking while you were talking about recent people I've worked with, it's always been great. Mm-hmm. So.
But also, my iPhone right now, the most recent one, has an 8x zoom.
Yeah, right.
And it's really good.
It is. It is.
It's not like I have to stand
Right,
there.
exactly.
I can literally stand in the back and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking about lasting, so, in photography, we have so many trends that always pop up out of nowhere. I wouldn't say film was a trend that popped up out of nowhere. Obviously, it's, photography started off with film, but it's something that a lot of photographers are now bringing back. And it's probably, going to last for a little bit, but it might die again. So to kind of feed off of that, do you think content creation is here to stay? Or do you think that it is a trend that couples are enjoying right now? And will it last the next 5 years or 10 years? Or will it elevate into something different? I don't know. What do you think?
I think it will stay. I mean, I
Okay.
could be biased,
Right.
obviously, but I just feel like the age of social media is here, right? It's been here for
Absolutely.
a while, and it's not going to suddenly go away. Like Instagram and TikTok are not just going to go away. If it does, then something will replace it, right? And
Ooh. So wait, are you think content creators could replace videographers?
I don't think that.
Oh
No,
come on, Sam. You can be spicy.
No,
it's all right.
no. I actually really don't, because they're I respect videographers.
Okay.
They do amazing work, and I think that those more like higher tier videographers, right? Like they can do something that I personally can never do.
Right.
And so like I believe they provide a different experience from me, and couples who want that experience and a content creation experience, like they're going to hire both.
And I think like anything in our industry, it's going to evolve, right?
Yeah.
You know, look at where wedding photography was, you know, when our parents got married. You know, the photos that, you know, just standing there, look at the camera, you know, like.
But I love those old vintage
Well,
photos.
so do I, but
they're so classic.
But what I'm saying is like those will still be classic, but it's, you know, I'm sure that what you do now is going to evolve when the next kind of social media comes out, right?
Right.
So,
because it's just interesting, right? Because if you look back at videos you took with your like iPhone 8,
yeah.
right, and you're just like, oh my god, this is
Quality
so
is
cringy,
horrible.
right?
Yeah.
Which is crazy because like the quality of iPhones are so good now.
Yeah.
But like just imagine in like 10 years from now what it could possibly be.
Yeah.
I was just in Mexico and I brought, you know, more than one nice camera because that's what I do. And I just ended up shooting on my phone, like video stuff, so much of the trip. And I like I'm looking at it because it's like the iPhone shoots log now and you can color grade it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like,
Yeah, that video you sent me looked good.
This looks ridiculously good. Yeah, you asked me, I sent him the video. He's like, oh, you brought the GFX? I'm like, bro, it's my phone.
Yeah, it looked really good.
So it's like the phone is just going to get better and better. And, you know, because the reason I asked also if you use your own phone is a lot about, you know, I've seen content creators show up with, you know, mirrorless cinema cameras and shooting them vertically and using that, which is great. That's fine. But there's something to be said about if you're just going to be viewing this stuff on social media,
Right.
you know, like we record this podcast in 4K, but YouTube downscales everything to 1080p.
Right.
Even though it says you're viewing it in 4K, you're not really.
Yeah.
So it's sort of, when does it come to the point of overkill? But clearly you're not doing that because you're just using your phone, which I think is ideal, especially at
I
this
like
point.
to stay within my lane. And I don't think that content creators who are using professional cameras should call themselves content creators. Like they're
That's a good
they're a
point.
videographer.
Have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Yeah, I have. But really, like, what?
That's
They're a videographer. Like, why are they using a professional camera?
I did a wedding a couple years ago where the content creator showed up with like a Sony FX3 that he had
No way.
vertical, and the guy doing video was just like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Like, what's going on?
yeah, like you're gonna
That's
record
crazy.
30-second clips on your FX3. Like, shut up, stop.
Right.
Yeah,
So a part of this podcast is, you know, obviously we like to talk some shit, but like we also like to give people just like an educational piece to it. So let's say we had someone that's fresh out of college or maybe even in their 30s and fully established in their career, and they wanted to become a content creator. What is the blueprint that maybe you used or that you would recommend for someone that wants to get into that industry?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was very different because I was very new and content creation was very new. So I didn't have the same type of like mentorship or someone to ask questions, you know, when I was doing this. But the blueprint now, I feel like because there are so many of us, I would tell them to, you know, contact a content creator in the area, you know, learn more about what it takes to be a content creator, like the eye, the angles, just shadowing them on a day to see what it's like behind the scenes, right? Versus like getting married. It's very different, right? And then after that, like just practice, you know, because you're using a phone, you can literally practice at any single time, right?
Yeah.
Like you can just do it in your daily life. It doesn't have to be at weddings, even though it would be more helpful at weddings.
What would you say to those people and because I think both of us have seen them, who just like, I want to be a content creator and I like taking videos with my iPhone. Like, what would you say separates you from the average person who's just like, I know how to take videos on my iPhone, so I'm going to be a content creator? Hard one, right?
I mean, I would say there's not a lot of separation.
Okay.
I mean, because that's how I started,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Like I didn't have any professional experience like filming. I like making my own little TikToks, and that's why I became a content creator, right? So I think right now what separates me is the level of professionalism, right?
Absolutely.
Because it's not just going to the wedding and recording, like it's knowing what to do before and after, right? Like communicating with your couples and understanding what their vision is for their day, right? And then being able to execute that.
Because you're not just showing up with a phone. You're not just like, hey, I'm here. But you have
Right.
you have a gimball. I saw you have
have a
little
gimbal.
lights. You
I
have
have a
accessories.
Oh, so you have some gear. Okay.
Yeah, she has some
Yeah. But it all fits in a tiny backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So jealous. So here's switching gears a little bit, because this is something that I've definitely wondered too, because it's sort of a debate in the, the photo world too with weddings, is that, do you find, especially with what you do you ever have the instance where couples or one or the other, bride, girl, groom, whatever, do you find that knowing that you were there to do social media, do you find the whole idea of social media and the Instagrammable moment, do you ever feel that can sometimes take away from, the day itself?
That's a good question.
Okay, side with the questions today. All right.
I think for me, my personality doesn't allow me to have that take over.
Gotcha.
I'm not constantly thinking like, oh, that's a really good Instagram moment. That's something that I want to get a better shot of to post on Instagram. Like for me, my priority is the couple. So when I talked about like learning about what their vision is, like I have that in mind the entire day. So yes, if something's happening, that's great. And if I'm there, I'll record it. But if I happen to miss it, like it's not a big deal.
So along those lines though, do you ever have couples who like really are just like, this is Instagrammable, and this is like, make sure you get this, make sure you get that, and is that influence your decision to or to not work with someone?
Yeah, there are definitely couples like that. Yeah, some couples have a whole list of things for me, to capture.
Same. Yeah.
And I try to follow that list, but if they're communicating that, it's just like, okay, I really want this, and this, and this, and this, and that, and whatever. I'm like, okay, slow down. Like I will try my best, but I will let you know that this is happening during cocktail hour, and that's happening while you're out taking your photos. I can't get both. Right. It's just setting that expectation that I'm only one person.
So even with like all those expectations that couples have, because for Simon and I, we do months and months of like planning with the couple and things like that. I'm sure you probably do as well. So with all that factored into it, like how much does a wedding content creator actually cost? Because there's prices that I've seen like $500 to $6,000-$7,000 for a content creator.
You don't have to tell us what you cost. We're just curious.
Yeah.
Or you could, but
Yeah. I mean, I think I still think you should pay a decent amount for a content creator, right?
Okay.
Like in like the 200 plus an hour range. Just because like I feel like with that, like you're hiring a professional, right? If you're hiring someone for like $300 for an 8-hour day, you're getting someone who's new. Right. So I think it's worth hiring. It's a more expensive content creator.
Okay. So if I'm like, okay, I want to spend $5,000 on a content creator versus hiring a videographer, like, how do you approach that conversation?
Yeah, so I get plenty of couples who, when I'm on the call with them, they say like, "Oh, I'm deciding between a content creator and a videographer." And when I hear that, I stop them in their tracks and I say, "Okay, well, here's a few questions that you should ask yourself, right?
Okay.
Like, number one, like, do you really value clear, crisp audio for your vows and your speeches, right? Because if that's something that you really value, that's more of a videographer because they're miking you up. I, as a content creator, don't use any professional mics. I'm just recording with my phone.
What if they wanted mics?
I would say no.
Oh, okay.
I feel like for me, there's too many things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to offer something a videographer will offer.
Yeah. Okay.
Another question is, does the idea of hundreds of clips, like going over hundreds of clips, overwhelm them? Because I've had couples, when I tell them that, they're just like, oh, that's a lot. I don't want to go through all of that. Like, and I'm just like, okay, like that means you probably just want one long video to watch and to share. You don't want like all of these clips that you'll never look at. Right. So and then like the third question is like, do you care about pose versus unpose?
Okay.
If you like being posed, then a videographer will be more suitable for that. But if you like it very unposed, very candid and authentic, then that's where I come in as the content creator.
I like that.
That's a good strategy, actually. Yeah, I feel like it definitely helps the couple make their decision, because I get that question a lot too. Is like, oh, we don't know if we want to spend money on a content creator or a videographer. Who are your recommendations and this and that? But it's hard for me to give that piece of advice. I think it's better for them to just reach out to the actual vendor, like you just said.
Yeah.
And that way they can weigh the pros and cons. But I wonder if, because San talked a lot of like positive things about videographers. I wonder if they talk the same way about content creators.
I mean, I've thought about this a lot because my opinion has changed over the years, but like they're such different things. And whenever we get that question, I'm like, I usually tell a couple, I'm like, I don't think you can really lump those things together in the same way, because I feel like, and I've said this before, you know, we got a wedding video, and it was a friend of ours. We weren't in the wedding industry when we started, when we got married. And I think I've watched that thing like once. Not that it's not really good, but I kind of look at wedding video, you know, if the couple enjoys it, that's amazing. But it's almost like I feel like a wedding video is more for like your kids. Like, how cool would it be for your kids to see that? Because they're not good, because you experienced it, you know, and the photos you can pass down too. But like, for me at least, my kids are going to find that DVD one day. Might not be able to play it on anything, but you know, and I feel like content creation is a little bit more for the couple, in the sense that it's like the best parts of their day that they can re-remember. I don't know if that makes a ton of sense, but for me personally, that's how I feel. And I generally tell couples who are on the fence about video, I like to say that I'm like, think about this for a second, you know. And then content creation, same thing. I'm like, your content creation is awesome because you get like, it's almost like when you go out with your friends and someone's taking photos or videos on their phone, like you get that experience again, and like you get that for your wedding. Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah. What do you think is like the cringiest thing you've ever seen at a wedding?
I like this question, Ant.
The cringiest thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to like.
We won't have to say
We don't
names.
have to say names.
Come on,
No,
son. Give us a little
I know,
spice.
but I feel bad, like, you know, saying a real life person.
Have you ever gotten like a, hey, we want to do this TikTok, and you watch the TikTok, you're like,
This is cringe. I don't like this.
I mean, I think it's cringe when other members of the wedding party aren't into it. Like, they clearly don't want to do it, right? But then the bride or the groom like wants to do it, right? So like you can kind of see them in the background, like, oh, like I'm trying to dance, but like I'm not like this.
This is what you signed up for, people. Like, when you agreed to be a groomsman or a bridesmaid, like, you signed up for this. Like, just fake it.
Exactly.
Right.
Nice. Okay, so to me, I think content creators are here to stay. And I think I love having content creators on wedding days.
I've gotten some great BTS of us shooting from content creators.
Exactly.
The reel we had that went viral for a little bit was from a content creator.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And she sent it to us. She's like, I don't know if I'm going to use this for anything, but you guys should definitely post this.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, it's funny, we'll post it. And it blew up. And like, we wouldn't have had that without that.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and I've started saying to content creators now, I'm like, if for any reason you happen to get us doing stuff, like, and you want to send it, that'd be awesome. Because I'm terrible at taking content on wedding days.
And I try to be very collaborative in that sense too, you know, to offer that.
And that's the thing, man. Like, I've worked with enough people now that, you know, second shooting for whatever, one-offs, that I've always been like, and I know Anna's the same way too, like, collaboration just makes everything better between two photographers and videography and content creation. Like, everyone has different ideas, and bouncing them off each other and doing that, like, it's so much better. And I've worked with enough people that are just like anti, like, all right, video, do whatever you want to do, and then they walk away. Or like just getting annoyed at the other people that aren't them there. And it's like, you're hurting yourself here, man. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah. Or ma'am. I don't know. There's been multiple, but it's just like, sir, ma'am. But yeah, exactly what you said. I think collaboration is the key to all this, rather than singling people out, like looking at content creation, like, what are you doing here? You know, it's just like, you probably have awesome ideas. And if stuff looks cool for like on, you know, the 24 millimeter on an iPhone, it's probably going to look good if we shoot it too, you know? So that's how I
Son,
feel.
what is your like favorite wedding that you're looking forward to towards this year, and what's your favorite wedding you've ever shot?
this year. I'm looking forward to a wedding in September at the Fiddler Club. I've never been there. It'll be my first time.
Nice.
It will be with a planner.
Okay.
So I'm just really excited about that venue and vibe overall. Favorite wedding ever? I feel like that's a little tough. I feel like the one that we did together,
Yeah.
Sam and Will, was
that was a lot of
definitely-
fun.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my top
Yeah.
weddings. Like that was my first time at the Switch House.
Right.
Like it was it like their roots are like from Ghana, I think.
He's
Will?
like Jamaican, I believe, or
Jamaican
something like
and,
that. Yeah.
and
That must
Nigerian.
African.
or
That must
something
have
like
been a party.
that.
Nigerian,
that
yeah.
was just amazing to see like all those cultural like traditions.
Yeah.
I want to do more Nigerian weddings. I did a half Nigerian wedding, and I'm like, I need more of this. This is awesome. Yeah,
Simon loves culture, apparently.
I do. I love the garb.
The garb.
And at a Nigerian wedding, I've never met so many people. Usually, I don't know if you refer to them as this, but we call them grip and grins, where it's like, hey, do you guys want a picture? Like at cocktail hour, you like pose
Okay.
for a picture. Sometimes that could be like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Not this wedding.
No,
I was
no.
getting taps on the shoulder like this one, this group. I'm like, I'm just gonna stand here. This is great. Yeah.
You point the camera at them, they're like,
I know.
they're,
I
like,
loved
posing.
it.
Yeah.
That and Nigerian weddings and Filipino weddings. Because
Those are fun.
Filipinos go hard at the
They
reception,
do.
and they listen to some dirty ass hip hop, and I am into it. Let's
Yes.
go.
Okay, so as we're kind of like wrapping this conversation, Simon and I like to always ask a very spicy question towards the end.
And I will say, this was gonna be the very first thing we asked you when we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably save this
Let's
for
just
the.
wait.
Yeah.
So I don't think Simon even knows. I put my little twist to this question.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So are you ready?
I take no responsibility for this then.
Okay.
So in the next 5 years, one of these has to be replaced by a content creator, either the photographer or the videographer. Who do you think is going to be replaced first?
Videographer.
Oh, why do you say that?
Thank God.
Right.
I mean, I feel like everyone needs a photographer like at their wedding, right? Like,
agree.
Like you still have those moments documented without the audio. Like those are the types of things you can frame and put
Just
on your
fixing
wall.
her mic, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can like put it on your wall. You know, it's different from video. And if content creation is going to be there too, then you'll still get some sort of video with audio. But I feel like photographers, like they're the ones posing you, like making sure you, look beautiful in your portraits. taking
Can't
all
hang a
those
TikTok.
family-
Can't hang a TikTok on the
yeah,
wall.
you can't hang a TikTok. Like that's where you're getting your family portraits, So
Yeah.
that's, I think, photographers there. to
Dang,
stay.
videographers, you hear that? They coming for you.
And we still haven't had a videographer on. I think we're gonna have to make that.
Yeah,
happen
we gotta get 'em
so they
on.
can defend themselves of all the
Right.
bullshit we've talked about them over the past year and a half.
Oh man, no,
Awesome.
I think, I mean, maybe I am biased too, bro. But yeah, I think slowly videographers are gonna be phased out. I don't know.
Unless they adapt,
Yeah, maybe they start offering content. creation.
adapt or die.
I've seen that.
You've seen that?
I've seen that. Yeah,
Okay.
they're offering that in their packages. So they're having like a third shooter with their phone, and I'm just like,
There's a small chance that Magda and Simon are gonna start offering that, but it's gonna be with a big twist. It's not like iPhone stuff. It's
okay,
very very old technology.
Super
Not
Okay.
Super 8.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
newer
would be
than
cool,
Super
though.
8.
Yeah,
It's
Okay.
we're calling it the lo-fi package.
the lo-fi.
okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it off pod.
All right.
But stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But it's not meant to take the place of
Yeah.
like what you do. It's
Yeah.
just supposed to be like, hey, do you want some of this too? Because
Yeah.
I like honestly, it's because I like doing it. So, but I think you're right. But I think people who want video are still gonna get video.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
This was a purely hypothetical.
Sure.
Yeah.
But hey, this is-
Wait.
Oh, you're not done? Oh yeah,
no,
go for it.
Yeah, one more thing.
Oh,
So
hit me.
I don't know. I just thought of this. I feel like she's been so inspirational. So like, San, can you like just give our audience or anyone that's listening to this just like one piece of advice about life?
One piece of advice about life.
Just in general.
No pressure, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's a really philosophical question.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's cliche, but yeah, just live in the moment and be present. You know,
Spoken like a true content creator.
I know.
Vivid moments.
Yeah.
Good son. Makes sense.
Yeah, I know everyone's, when things are happening, your first, I mean, a lot of people's first instincts now are to take out your phone and start recording. And he's like, oh, I have to like make sure I get this on the phone, right? But if you want to be present, then you can't do that, right?
Wait, I already know what you're going to say. That's kind of crazy, though.
Yeah.
Coming from a content creator who captures everything on their phone.
Yeah, but
cool.
that's what, for a wedding day, like, I think that's the value of hiring a content creator, right? Like, if you're that type of person who loves, pulling out your phone and getting all those moments, you're not going to be talking that on your
It's
wedding
funny
day.
you said that too, and I know we don't usually go this far past the hot button topic, but what I've been telling people, when they're talking about hiring content creators, I always say like, hey, do you have a parent that does nothing but watch you from behind their screen?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they know what that content creator is there for, and maybe take their phone. Because the amount of times that I'm always 50-50 if I do this or not, but like I've walked up to parents and being like, hey, like father-daughter dance, the mom is here the whole time watching.
Right.
I'm like,
go take a seat.
and but no, usually what I say is, you don't want to watch this through your screen. Like,
Right.
and I point to the videographer, the content. I'm like, they're getting it. Like,
Exactly.
enjoy it. And more so
moments.
it's because I get a picture of her, not like this, but
Right.
Anyway, thank you, San, for coming. This was very insightful.
If you can't tell, I had a lot of questions for content
I know.
creators, and thank you for answering them. And my eyes have been open to a lot of cool stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
glad.
yeah.
I'm glad.
Cool.
Yeah.
So wait, where can people find you?
They can find me on Instagram at VividMomentsWithSan or on my website at VividMomentsWithSan.com.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, San.
Thank you.
Yay.
Bring the giants out, bring the giants